What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Time Drops and welcome once again to another episode of What's New. I'm Andrew, and as always, I'm going to be running through all of the latest and upcoming GShock releases. And let me tell you right now, there are some absolute bangers this month. Let's jump in. Kicking off with these two bad boys. This June, the Full Metal Square and Casio are both arriving in some OG colorways, with the two iconic silhouettes getting a fresh twist rooted in some GShock history, both now rocking the classic red, blue and yellow accents from the OG DW5000. This is actually the first time we've seen those nostalgic colors on a Full Metal version of either watch, so this is very cool, and they look seriously clean. And of course, in terms of functionality, these come absolutely stacked, with the highlights being tough solar and Bluetooth on both, and the Square also receiving multiband 6. Both of these watches receive positive displays, which is very rare on a metal Casio, but very welcome because while they not only look good, they're also very readable. Both of these are made in Japan, and I can see these ones going down an absolute treat. You were loving them on our newsletter poll, and I've got no doubts these will sell like hotcakes. Both of these models launch in June, priced at 84,700 yen, so around about $550 each, with a global release expected to follow. By the way, speaking of global releases, have you ever seen a GShock on these episodes and thought, yep, that is the one for me, only to find out that it's a Japan exclusive and therefore your dreams are crushed? Well, fear not, because that's where today's sponsor Buy come in absolute clutch. They're a Japan-based buying service that allow people from all around the world to purchase exclusive products they otherwise wouldn't have access to from Japanese online stores, including the likes of Mercari, Rakuten, Amazon Japan, as well as the JD Direct item shopping and auction sites. And again, as many of you will know, I use Buy personally to buy Japan exclusive GShocks, just like I did with the Polar Bear Rangeman, my Commodore-esque 6600, as well as that incredible black and yellow ICER Casio, all of which weren't available in the UK. So have a look around, and when you found what you're looking for, simply buy or bid through the Buy website. They'll then purchase the item on your behalf and have it shipped to their warehouse, before repackaging and sending on to you for a reasonable fee. Of course, it's important to factor in import costs to your country, but if you've seen my full video on a step-by-step process of how to purchase watches through the Buy website, you'll know that even with those costs factored in, it often still works out cheaper than buying it locally. Plus, with the current exchange rates, they're looking even better. So yeah, if you're interested in checking them out, there's a link in my description down below that will also give you 10% off your first order. So it's definitely worth going and checking them out, even if just for a browse. We all love a browse, don't we? They've got some wicked stuff on there, from old school gems to hot new drops. And if you do pick up anything, let me know what you've got. Big thanks again to Buy, and let's keep it moving. It's time to hit the waves next as GShock team up once again with the Surfrider Foundation to drop an all-new Square. This is the G5600 SFJ-9, a popping yellow and solar-powered Square that follows on nicely from the black model the pair released last year. The yellow colour is said to be inspired by the theme of sunrise surf, and just like last year's model, the bezel and band are made of mixed moulded resin, meaning every single watch will be slightly different. Something I absolutely love. This is giving me proper orange ice lolly vibes, which is perfect for summer and very apt for the beach, in fact. I love a yellow GShock, and this new one with its contrasting black accents as well as its positive display is an all-round winner for me. These are priced at £129 in the UK, so I imagine around the $150 marks in the US. Available, if not already, very, very soon. What are we saying on this one then, guys? Actually, hold that thought, because we've got a load more heat to get through. And we're actually staying at the beach for the next one, as GShock have teamed up for a pair of popping G-Lides with Hawaii-born pro surfer Betty Lucakura Johnson. The Team GShock athlete brings to life a pair of GLX S5600s in some cool blue and red colorways. The blue is inspired by the flower of the jade vine plant, and the red color is inspired by cherry blossoms, which also reflects Johnson's middle name, in fact. These G-Lide surf and focus models are slightly smaller in size, hence the S, and are ideal for those with smaller wrists, coming stacked full of features again, including those all-important tide and moon graphs. Both models are available right now for $99 each. Very nice indeed. One thing you wouldn't want to see in the water, and almost definitely didn't expect to collab with a GShock, is a Croc. But yes guys, this is the thing, and I for one am absolutely here for it. Casio America recently dropped a limited edition GShock and Crocs collaboration, featuring the Casio bundled with a pair of glow-in-the-dark Echo Wave clogs. The watch itself has a light colorway and sports Croc branding, a very cool phosphorescent or glow-in-the-dark dial, as well as a multicolored marble pattern band that mirrors the clog's insoles and straps, with a rare light pink dial ring complementing its pink hands and weekday indicator for a standout pop of color. Now for the most interesting bit. Thanks to its quick release levers, or levers, the watch can be easily detached and placed into a custom holder on the shoe. It's a proper collab, this one. Those of you that know me well know that I'm a massive Crocs fan. I've got about 6 pairs through your standard clogs, sliders, fleece line ones for the winter and all sorts. I feel like this almost happened instinctively the moment I became a dad back in 2020, like I fully unlocked dad mode or something. I also happen to quite like G-Shocks, so yeah, I'm obviously loving this collab. The price for this set is $200 and is available exclusively through select retailers and Crocs.com. It was unknown initially whether this would be a worldwide release, but it's starting to look like it probably won't be, which is a crying shame in my opinion. And no word yet on a separate watch-only release either. This one is strictly a bundle. What are you saying about these? Would you rock them? Let me know in the comments down below. I definitely would. Back to some more conventional G-Shocks now, as we're seeing the return of some much loved G-Steels. These are one of the early and most popular G-Steel models out there, and are loved because they offer that bit of rugged luxury vibes with their combination of metal casing and resin straps. There's not too many images of these yet, in fact it's just these two, but we've got some black on black with a positive display or a black on white with a negative display, both very versatile and both looking very good. These also of course come stacked with features including the much loved Tough Solar and Multiband 6 and are priced at 55,000 yen. Not too bad of a price point either, there's a lot of bang for your buck here. I'm sure there's many of you that are happy to see these return. Now then, next up is one many of us G-Shock fans have been waiting for. Following the success of the MTGB 1000, 2000 and 3000, G-Shock take a bold leap and drop the MTGB 4000, the first ever G-Shock co-designed with AI. So what does that mean? Well, human designers came up with the concepts, AI then ran some impact simulations using G-Shock's decades of shock-resistant data, then refined the design to balance durability, material constraint and manufacturing. Casio engineers then brought it to life. Which is pretty cool, right? And this design is a result of that collab. We've got a laminated carbon and glass fiber bridge forming the screwless lugs, built to reduce impact stress on the watch's core and therefore the module. We've also got an MIM case back, as well as Salaz polishing on its surfaces. And key features like Multiband 6, Bluetooth and Tough Solar once again. Of course, being an MTG, it's got that triple G resist, which means it's shock, centrifugal force and vibration resistant and all the rest of it. It's absolutely stacked once again. These new models are being launched in two new colorways. We've got one with a blue bezel priced around the $1,200 mark and one with a bare steel bezel priced slightly less around $1,150. Now speaking about the design specifically, I like it. Initially maybe not as much as the 1, 2 or 3000, but that could be because it's very new. I will say the crown does look like it's quite prominent on the right hand side, so I'm keen to see how that one looks up close. And this new model also marks a significant shift for the MTG line and G-Shocks overall. I like the use of AI, not to fully design and construct and take over the whole process, but definitely to leverage, and I think that's happening very well here. For me, it's cool to see brands starting to dip their toe in this. It's clear that G-Shock are pushing the blue one a little bit more, and if I had to pick between the two, I probably would go for that. Of course, let me know what you think down below. Now then, another absolute beast dropping this month is the all new MRG B2000 BG-3A. Now initially I thought these came with multiple strap options, but it appears they're actually two different models. This one draws inspiration from Kurigane Ero, apologies for the pronunciations, I'm terrible at these, we should know this by now, which is the traditional blue-green hue of heated iron used in samurai armor and helmets. Its titanium case is treated with a deep layer hardening process and finished with a cool green DLC coating. Now the dial features design elements reminiscent of a Japanese folding screen, with finely textured surfaces and polished edges that intend to reflect the gentle curve of a sword blade. We've also got some Salaz polishing to finish here, as well as a sapphire crystal protecting the dial with anti-reflective coating. Of course, being an MRG, it comes stacked with functionality too, including Multiband 6, Bluetooth, Tough Solar and all the rest of it once again, jam-packed. Both look insane and will set you back a very MRG-like 385,000 yen, which is around about $2,700 or £2,000. I'm really liking the look of these though, as is the case with pretty much every version of this model they release. The green and gold contrast in particular looks incredible, very festive almost. I mean, imagine one of these under your Christmas tree. Anyway, next up, yep, you guessed it, another absolute banger. Following the success of last year's Hidden Glow series, G-Shock are back with Volume 2 and they're seriously clean. Officially known as the Sea of Stars collection, this new series features 6 models spanning the GA2100, the GA110, the GA700 and the DW6900 silhouettes. Now most notably, these watches boast blue phosphorescent dials inspired by bioluminescent tides, and complementing these glow-in-the-dark dials is a very cool white and blue colorway, said to be designed to reflect the natural hue of coastal transformations. Each model in this Volume 2 collection comes stacked with all of your standard G-Shock functionality and is very much summer ready. Guys, I'm absolutely loving the look of these. A fresh white and blue colorway is already a winner, but with some glow-in-the-dark, heavily loomed dials too, just take my money now. And what's better, these are all set to be priced between the $100 to $150 mark and should be available worldwide very soon. I imagine these ones are going to be very popular. Let me know what you think of these ones, guys, as well as your favorite from the episode in the comments below. Don't forget to check out Buy using my link in the description to get your exclusive discount. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.